Hey guys, so I know it has been quite a while, 2 months specifically, since I posted a video. Honestly, I'm on a healing journey, you're on a healing journey, we're all on a healing journey, and I just needed to focus on myself. Like, you can only help other people if you help yourself first. So there were some things that I needed to focus on. There's some things that I need to heal through, shadow work, ascension work, what have you. And I've just been really focusing on myself. I'm trying to get back into personal readings. I'm trying to get back into posting more things for the collective, but again, I just have to focus on myself first. But I am making this video because a lot has been happening within the spiritual community. And when I say spiritual community, I just mean people who are on a journey, a healing journey, a self-discovery journey, whatever. That is spiritual, discovering yourself, all that. A lot has been happening, specifically in the past week. And I've been actually trying to make this video for a while. And when I say trying, I mean just trying to mentally get myself together to make this video. But since all this shit has been happening within the past week, I'm like, you know what? Maybe the spirit's really just pushing me to finally just do it. So here I am just doing it. This is a disclaimer, okay? Anything that I say in this video is based off of my own personal experience and what I have seen on social media. And it possibly, maybe sometimes, I'm thinking right now, the experience that I've seen other people dealing with in their own lives, okay? That's a disclaimer. So anyways, let's get into the spiritual warfare. So last night when I was actually taking my notes for the video, I saw a spider crawling on the wall. Now, this is not the first time that I have gotten ready to like make a video and I've seen a spider. And the first time I saw it, I felt good about it because spiders are protection. But this spider that I saw last night, I didn't have a good feeling about it. And it kind of almost felt like the spider was antagonizing me. And when I say antagonizing me, I just mean like low-key bothering me, like trying to get to me. And when I say get to me, I mean like physically trying to find its way to get to me. And it was bothering me. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I did kill it just because it was bothering me. The spider I would have been fine if it was just chilling in a corner, but it wasn't. It was actually trying to get to me. And that's very symbolic. And I'm not gonna lie, after I killed it, energetically I felt lighter. So it just confirmed what I was already feeling about this spider like coming at me. And again, it was symbolic because it was right when I started taking the notes. Like honestly, I had to stop the process low-key of taking the notes just because the spider was just they do represent protection. So how I took that is it's strap up. Get some evil eye. I also have a blunt. Get some evil eye protection. Get some black tourmaline, black obsidian. Protect yourselves, especially during this time, because the spiritual warfare is getting to a point now where we're being tested to see which side you're on. And I do have notes, so I'm going to look down at the notes that I have. Now, let's get into what I feel like this warfare is. We are all spiritual beings. Like I said, I'm going to be looking down at my notes. We're all spiritual beings living a human experience. Therefore, as a collective, as a group, aka the world that we live in, everybody's on the same planet Earth. We're all going to feel the energy of this spiritual warfare in our personal lives, but also as a collective. We clearly aren't in a real war. Clearly, like not, and when I say real war, I mean a physical war. It's more so an inner war. Now, on a personal level, it's a war between your light and dark energy, and on a and as a collective, it's still between light and dark energy. But there are some beings who exude dark energy, and then there are some beings who exude light energy. Let me get to the next page. Now, healing your inner wounds is essential to win the war, your personal war and the war as a collective. And if you're winning, basically means you're walking on the same exact side as divine. The divine's walking with you and you're walking with the divine. Healing entails taking a long and hard look at yourself, how you feel about who you are, and how you feel about how you show up in your interpersonal relationships and in the world. And when I say the world, I mean when you go to work, when you're on the bus, when you're at a restaurant, that. I also did make a video about what I feel like spirituality is, because I feel like spirituality and healing, they are the same thing. Once you heal inner childhood wounds, that is how you harness your spirituality. And that video will actually be linked in the description box. So take a look if you want to. Back to the spiritual warfare though. Now, how did the war start? Again, this is all my own personal opinion, okay? The war started because of the patriarchy. If you follow me on social media, you know that for a while, not even just me, Water Baby Tarot has talked about it. There's one other person that has talked about this dismantling of the patriarchy, but that's how the war started. If you think about it, men, not even men specifically, but masculine energy has been causing havoc within the government, which then spills over to the world because the government basically runs everything. And then, you know, it's a domino effect from there. That is how it was started. Masculine energy, toxic masculine energy, to be specific. Ideas around social status, education, business, traditional family values, and honestly, there's probably more. No, there is more. That's what is causing the war, because there are some people who think traditionally, as in, oh, my child has to get, well, you know, vaccinated, but you know, I feel like that some vaccinations are essential, but like just things like that, like, or I have to have a degree to be successful in the world. Come on. Y'all know damn well you do not have to have, look at Donald Trump. He don't have a degree and he is the president. Now, the debate on whether he's a good one or bad one, this is not a political page, okay? But again, he doesn't have a degree and he's running the whole country. So how can people say that you have to have a degree to be successful in the world? Because you kind of technically don't. But that, again, that is something that a lot of people as a collective believe. That's why we have higher education, for crying out loud. Now, those are the ideas that are implemented in different individuals, and those different individuals implement those into their children, and they implement that into their relationship, how they, you know, who they look for in terms of how in their romantic relationships, their friendships, their business partnerships, their career. Like, they take these traditional ideas and then they run with it. But that is exactly what's causing the war, traditional. And I'm not even meaning traditional, like, things can be traditional, like, you know, you could have a traditional camping trip with your friends. But when I say traditional, I mean traditional is in the sense of how to live. That is what is causing the war. This traditional way of thinking that the patriarchy has passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation. Honestly, I feel like us as a collective, our one of our missions is to break that traditional mentality. It's a generational curse. Now, the war is between people who are healing and not healing, right? Now, healing requires you to unlearn these things that the patriarchy has instilled in us. Reprogram yourself and your thought patterns. And again, these are all things that have been instilled in us from generation to generation to generation to generation, to be fucking honest. When it started, I don't know for sure. We could never, and we'll probably never know where it started, how it started, who started it, but regardless, it's here. And you can either unlearn it or not learn it. And, you know, some people are doing the work and some are not. And that is how the warfare is being amplified. Not amplified, but being brought out into the world. There are some people who see these traditional ways of being that just, well, I am one of them, but there are some people who see it and they're like, this is just not right. This is just weird. Like, who says that I have to go to college to be successful and own a business and, you know, like, be comfortable in life? Who said that? You know what I'm saying? And there are some people who are like, nope, I'm gonna get my education. I'm gonna get this degree and that degree and this degree and that degree. And if I have all these degrees, I'm gonna be making a lot of money in the world. And that's another problem. Money. People, the way people are looking at money. Money should not be, obviously money is essential to have in the world, but it shouldn't be your driving factor. Ooh, 1111. It shouldn't be your driving factor for success. You shouldn't want to be successful to make money. You should want to be successful doing something that you do because it fulfills your soul. And again, that is the spiritual warfare. There are people who say, who are looking at it like, I want to be successful because I want to help myself. I want to help other people. I want to be happy. And I want to spread that happiness and joy to other people. And there are some people who are saying, I want to be successful because I want to make some money and I want to have a nice car. I want to have a nice house and blah, 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 blah. And yes, those things are nice to have, but you shouldn't be trying to attain it for the wrong reasons. When I say the wrong reasons, you shouldn't be trying to attain it just for the sake of saying I have a lot of money. Now I'm set in life, because you should be able to be set with or without a large amount of money in your bank account. Period. Money should not rule your world. Like I said, it is important, but it should not be your driving factor for success. You know, the war is not only between your personal light and dark energy, but it's also between those that are healing and unlearning and people who are either doing none of the work or the bare minimum of the work. Now, some people will say, oh yeah, I'm on a spiritual journey and this, that, and the third, and I'm on the side of the divine. And I'm not saying that you're not, but you can only get so far in this war. You can only get so far in this war by doing the bare minimum. And when I say the bare minimum, I mean you are purposely avoiding being in certain situations because you don't want to be triggered. That's not how you heal something, sweetie. Being triggered is the only way to heal, because when you are triggered by something, that is when you know that there is something internally that is bothering you about the situation that you have to energetically release. The bare minimum is being avoidant, or the bare minimum is owning some crystals but not meditating with them. The bare minimum is having tarot cards and I'm not saying love messages aren't essential, because they are essential, but only pulling cards and telling people your person's coming back and this, that, and the third. And I'm not even being shady, but you can't only be telling people things about romance. You have to be right within yourself before you deal with anybody on a romantic level, on a business level, on a friendship level. So that's what I'm saying by the bare minimum. The bare minimum is not getting deep, deep, deep within those wounds and healing that shit. If you are doing the bare minimum, you are not on the right side of the war. You're getting there. You're creeping over to the other side, but you got to do more for the divine to open that gate and say, you know what, you are on the side of the divine. In order for you to know what side you are on, you have to heal. Let me spark this blunt. You have to heal. The more you heal, and the more you ascend. The more you heal, the more you grow. Growth is an ascension. Okay? You attain spiritual gifts with which are a huge benefit in this spiritual warfare. And when I say spiritual gifts, I mean clairvoyance. There probably are some mind readers out there. What are some other gifts? Clairaudient. There are more spiritual gifts. Look into it if you really, really want to. Look into what kind of spiritual gifts some people, and some people are born with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the more you heal, the more gifts you unlock and open up. And the more gifts you unlock and open up, the more gifts you can use to keep in contact with the divine to win the war. Now, I'm almost positive that a majority of the people that are going to watch this are on the side of the divine. Because that's who this message is for, to be honest. And when you walk closely with spirit, when you walk so closely with spirit, okay, there are people on the other side of the war who will envy you. And they won't even realize, some people don't even realize that they are envious of you because they're not in tune with their energy, because they are not on the side of the divine. Now, we're all divine beings, but when I say on the side of the divine, I mean the light side of the divine. That's what I'll say. The light side of the divine. Because, you know, the dark side of the divine is also very important. But the thing is, the people who are on the side of the spiritual warfare where they are ascending, they have gone through the darkness several times to be light. And then there are people on the other side who are, again, either not doing any work or doing the bare minimum of work, who are kind of a little bit in the dark. Sleep, shall we say. So strap up. For real. Strap up. And when I say strap up, I mean protect yourself energetically. Do not be out. If you're somebody who gives readings, please discern on who you should be giving a reading to and who you shouldn't be opening your energy up to. If you are, just protect yourself. That's why I made this video, to not only tell you guys what a spiritual warfare is, but shit's getting real. Shit is getting real. In my own personal experience, I feel like lately a lot of bullshit from a lot of low vibrational people and low vibrational energies. People are energy, but you know what I mean? Just a lot of low vibrational shit has been trying to come at me, aka that fucking spider. And you are going to be triggered if you are on the side that is ascending. You are going to be triggered. But what I want you to do, though, is to give in to those triggers. When I say give in, I don't mean react. I mean explore them. Figure out why the situation is triggering you. And when I say figure it out, I don't mean point the finger at this person. Figure out what it is within you that is so bothered by what this person is doing or what this person is saying or the situations that you're in. Why are you so bothered? Why? Why are you so bothered? And you have to figure that out. And there are some people who refuse to figure that out. And there are some people who are so willy-nilly to go figure that out. Those are the two sides of the spiritual warfare. And this video is for people who are trying their hardest to figure it out. Sorry. Keep to yourself. Keep to your soul tribe. Work on yourself. Work on your soul tribe. And that is all that fucking matters. Clout doesn't matter. Money, it does matter in terms of, you know, living a stable life, but being money focused, it doesn't matter. Having designer clothes doesn't matter. Having expensive jewelry, it does not matter. Getting 700 likes on an Instagram picture literally doesn't matter. Getting 400,000 retweets doesn't matter. What matters is your intention behind why you do the things that you do. Is your intention on buying that expensive sweater to flex on people, or is your intention on buying that expensive sweater to do something nice for yourself? What is your intention? Okay, reevaluate that shit, because I guarantee you, if you reevaluate some of the intentions behind why you do some of the things that you do, you will probably realize it's some bullshit, and it's not really even fulfilling your soul. It's just fulfilling how you present yourself on social media, or how you present yourself to your coworkers or whatever. So again, protect yourselves, because there is some bullshit that's going to be coming your way, especially during this time. There's so many things. There's so many planets in retrograde right now. I don't know all of them, but there's so many planets in retrograde right now. We are approaching a new moon on the 20th. A lot's coming. A lot more is coming. Spirit is going to continue to test you, and Spirit is going to make sure that if you're really focused on your growth, then shit's going to be coming at you, and how you handle it matters in your levels of this warfare. And there's going to be some dark ass people that approach you, and I want y'all to please don't let these motherfuckers take you out your character. Don't. Okay? I love you guys. This is longer than I wanted it to be, but whatever. Please, again, protect yourselves energetically, and please check your intentions, okay? Okay, again, I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and happy healing.